2. You're looking at the most secretive Special Forces team in the world, and today I will show you their insane technology that allows them to be invisible. You won't believe what I have to show you. For most of human history, being invisible has been nothing more than a fantasy. But with modern technology, it is now a reality. What? If I told you there was an elite unit of soldiers who have mastered the art of invisibility, a unit so secretive that even the US government won't admit they exist? This is not science fiction. It's science scary. But first, we need to understand how being invisible works. There are two main ways to hide from the naked eye. The first way is to bend light around an object, death. This is called invisibility. The second way is to see in the dark. This is called night vision. Let's start with night vision. The most common type of night vision is what we call passive night vision. This is when you use a device to amplify the small amount of light that is available in a scene. The best example of this is the night vision goggles, or NVGs, used by hunters and some military personnel. These goggles work by collecting ambient light in the scene and then amplifying it so that it can be seen by the human eye. The problem is that these devices are relatively weak and can only be used in very dark conditions. Day. They also have a green tint, because that is the color that is easiest for the human eye to see in low light conditions. But technology has come a long way in recent years, and we now have something that is much better called active near vision. This is when you project a laser or some other form of light into the scene and then collect the light that bounces back. This allows you to see much better in the dark, because you are actually creating your own light instead of just amplifying what little bit of light is already there. This type of night vision is used by some of the most elite military units in the world. The next type of night vision is something that you probably don't want to mess with. It is called thermal imaging. This is when you use a camera to detect the heat signature of an object and then display it on a screen. This makes it easy to see people or objects even in complete darkness. And it also works through smoke, fog, and other obscurants. This type of night vision is used by some of the most secretive and deadly military units in the world. 2. The last type of night vision is something that we are just starting to develop. It is called low light level vision. This is when you use a camera to capture images in very low light conditions, like the kind of light that you might find at night. The difference between this and active near vision is that you are unprojecting a laser or any other form of light into the scene. Instead, you are just letting whatever small amount of light is available to collect an image. This type of night vision is still in its infancy, but it has the potential to be much better than any of the other types that we have talked about so far. Now that you know the different types of night vision, let's talk about how to be invisible. The science behind being invisible is pretty simple. Light travels in waves, and these waves can be bent by a phenomenon called refraction. When light passes from one medium to another, such as from air to water, it changes speed and direction. This change in speed and direction causes the light waves to bend, which can make an object appear invisible. V's. This is the same way that a straw appears to be bent when placed in a glass of water. The light waves are being bent by the water, making the straw look like it's in a different place than it actually is. But how can we use this to become invisible? B. Creating an area of lower refractive index around an object, we can bend the light waves around that object, making it appear invisible to anyone who is looking at it. This is exactly what SEAL Team 6 uses to disappear. They have developed a new type of material that, when applied to a surface, creates an area of lower refractive index. Day. This means that light waves will bend around the object, making it invisible. The reason why this works is because of something called total internal reflection. This is when light waves hit a surface at an angle that is greater than the critical angle. The critical angle is the angle of incidence at which the refracted ray of light makes an angle of 90 degrees with the normal to the surface. When light hits a surface at an angle that is greater than the critical angle, all of the light is reflected back into the original medium. This is what happens in fiber optic cables. The light signal is sent down the cable by bouncing it off the walls. SEAL Team 6 has developed a new type of fused thermal and digital system that works by projecting a low light level image onto a surface and then using total internal reflection to bounce that image back to the viewer. What makes this system so amazing is that it can be used to display images on almost any surface, no matter how rough or uneven it is. It can even be used to project images onto moving objects. This is why SEAL Team 6 is the most secretive and deadly Special Forces team in the world. They have mastered the art of invisibility. They have developed new technologies that allow them to see in the dark, and they have developed new materials that allow them to disappear. No one knows what they are up to until it's too late. They are the ultimate Special Forces team. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and leave a comment below on what you think of this amazing technology. Also, check out our other videos that we know you will love.